All right, I just started it.
All right, but I was saying, um, it's supposedly easy to grow peanuts at home. Like you know how peanuts come in a shell. They come in a little shell that contain like two peanuts at a time type deal. Occasionally, um, crack the shell open, take the little seed because I believe what we eat is the seed. Take the seed, plant
So
it. it
the actual nut, the peanut is a seed.
yeah, you take that out, plant it, and the guy that I was watching, he said, one seed or one peanut usually yields about 10 peanuts. So it gives like a tenfold increase type deal.
That's good. That's good math right there.
Yeah,
I'm. I gotta look this up. A peanut that we eat is actually a seed.
bring it up.
No,
I
but
mean, that's what that's what you use to grow it. So I mean, I would call that a seed.
I guess that makes sense.
Kind of like how you can grow potatoes from a potato.
Yeah, that's mathing. I guess that's mathing.
I just looked it up. It says like soybeans, lentils, and other legumes. Peanuts are edible seeds that
That's
grow in pods.
what did you actually type in?
Is the peanut a seed? It says, still most people think of them as nuts along the tree nuts, such as walnuts, almonds, and hazelnuts. Unlike other legumes which grow on vines, shrubs, peanuts grow underground. So yeah, these peanuts grow underground.
Yo, I think I learned enough in one day already, bro.
He said, "Yo,
That's hey, I ain't never thought of nothing like that, bro.
yeah,
Bro, the most I did a lot of stuff. He made that. Sheesh.
yeah." That's
Then
what I was thinking about.
he put that on there on Earth,
Bro, you
and
know how
it's
much vegetables niggas can be growing, bro?
bro.
And it
You know
really, bro, it ain't hard.
that's I want to go to that. I want to talk about that, but this just popped in my head.
Go
Don't
ahead.
forget what you said. I already forgot what you said, but don't forget what you said. This popped up in my head. There's so many types of fruits and vegetables. Like, of course, you got your core household fruits and vegetables. You know, regular stuff: apple, oranges. Tomatoes, avocados, bananas. Watermelon. But there's so many different kinds of melons, so many different kinds of so many different kinds of fruits and vegetables that are foreign to us because we're in America.
Yeah.
That's blowing my mind, bro.
Did you know you can eat the leaves that grow from a sweet potato? I found that shit out today too. Cause I'm
I didn't
growing a sweet potato and I see the leaves growing and cause I was just like, F it. One day I just threw it in the pot, soil, water, I'm just trying to grow it and then later I'm gonna move it outside. But I'm just looking at it and I'm really, today I was like, well, I don't actually really know how to grow a damn sweet potato. So let me see like when it's time to harvest, how do it grow? Because I'm pretty sure it grow different from a regular potato because the leaves look different. And so I was getting into it, and they were saying how sweet potato leaves that grow up, they're actually edible and they're like very similar to spinach. I was like, damn. And that just made me think like it's so much stuff out here that's actually edible. It's so much onions and wild onions and stuff, bro. They grow in damn near everybody's backyard. Like if you go out to the backyard or the front yard, you see something that look weird, you smell it, smell like onions. It's probably a damn wild onion. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like all this stuff is really, really easy to grow, bro, and it's
I'm gonna be right back, bro.
it's nuts. Kind of straight.
I'm joking.
He said, "I'm joking."
I'm gonna go check and see if I got wild onions. We got Hebrew daughter, Hebrew daughter in the chat. She said, "Holy Shabbat, royal and loyal servants of Yahweh Shah." The water. That's a nice comment right there. We got unique. Shalom, shalom. She said, "Holy Shabbat." Oh, she said, "Khan, most leaves on vegetables are edible." I don't really know too much. I just now started eating fruits and vegetables like last year. Like I grew up like off the microwave, I guess. Like middle school, high school, I ate terrible. You know, pizza rolls. I ate cooked meals. Don't get me wrong, but
You ate the
when I eat,
American diet.
yeah, it was really bad. It wasn't nutritious at all. It
You ate
wasn't
the
nutritious.
American diet, bro.
Bro, at one point, I literally only ate like hot pockets.
He
I
said
was
hot
at
pockets.
one point I was surviving off strictly hot pockets. It was bad.
Straight. It was ham, cheese, and bread. That's all you was living off of. Huh? I already know the combo. The ham, cheese, hot pocket.
Crazy part, I didn't even like the ham cheese ones. I like the
What?
pepperoni and cheese.
You was a pepperoni nigga. Yeah, I forgot. You know they got turkey pepperoni, bro?
Yeah, Dahom put me up on game on that. Oh,
Yeah,
we got the Soldier Azanaya in here, Shalom King. It's my first
yeah.
time seeing his YouTube.
During the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Tawar and Malrib made some turkey pepperoni pieces, unleavened. I was
Was
like,
it
oh, that's
cool?
dope.
Was it good?
Yeah, yeah, it tastes cool. You know, I wasn't just the biggest fan of pepperoni in the world anyway. I mean, but it was decent though.
Yeah.
For a nigga that like pepperoni, they'll like that. That's all I can say.
Fuck brother, right? We got Shaul Yisrael, Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, blessings family. Need your help and prayers. Currently homeless. We got you. We can throw up some prayers for you. I think I seen you a few months back in there. Man, we might have to reach out to you and talk to you one on one before we start sending money and stuff like that. You know,
You should hit the email, brother.
yeah, that's a more appropriate place for that kind of stuff. You know,
Bro. But getting back to the growing stuff, I damn think everybody should grow stuff, grow their own food and crops, bro. Cause you already know this. Most of Israel know this. We were a agricultural people. Damn near everybody know that, right? That's why the Most High gave us the land that flows with milk and honey, the most fertile land there is. That's why He gave us that, so we can go over there and grow stuff. It's just dope. I think.
man, let's bring some precepts out on that. First and
God,
foremost, we'll go give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. And a precept popped up in my head when you said the land that floweth with milk and honey. It's in Deuteronomy, I believe. It's either chapter 8 that I'm thinking of or chapter 11. Because it started talking about the land and how good it is. I think it might be chapter 11. Or it could be both. But it's a specific one.
I'm gonna pull my precept out while you're looking for it.
Okay.
Genesis 1 and 29, it says, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. Right? Going into this is gonna be our main food source. This is supposed to be our food source, you know. A healthy diet requires fruit and vegetables. Right? Now, am I saying don't eat meat? I'm not saying that. Is it healthy to eat meat? Probably not. Probably not all the time. In moderation, you know, I would say in moderation. Back in the day, our people didn't just wake up, eat a damn what is it? Pancakes, eggs, damn turkey sausage, and then you got, you know, some more extra stuff on the side. And then for lunch, we go for a burger with cheese, some fries. Funny thing is, you're not supposed to eat red meat with potatoes, it actually messes up your digestive system. Didn't know that for the longest. Then for dinner, you know, you got more chicken, you got more meat, you got more this, more that. Not to mention the time, not to mention the in betweens when you snack on stuff, right? Our people didn't eat meat that way, right? That diet was pushed on us by the enemy. Am I saying cut the meat out of your diet? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not that guy. I'm saying eat it in moderation, right? That's all I'm saying. If you eating more meat than you eat fruits and vegetables, it's kind of, you know, you kind of might want to look at your diet. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Right. Understandable. I know, bro, that made me think of um Daniel chapter 1. Daniel chapter 1. I think it's Daniel chapter 1. And Proverbs 27. Did he jump out? Let's check now. You hear it? No, he's not. Hold on, let me bring him up. Yo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right, my bad.
I don't want this to escape me. Let's go to Blue Letter Bible. It just made me think of you made me think of a few precepts. You know, when you was breaking that down on like balancing out your diet. You made me think of Proverbs, I want to say 27 and 1. Let's check it out though.
Bro, you know
Okay.
to be dope?
What's up?
Getting your Shar on here and talking about diet, bro. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be. We'd have to get
That'd
that
be dope.
approved. That would be dope though. So check this out. I think this is what I want. It says when thou Proverbs 23 and 1, it says, when thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. So of course we know the Proverbs, they are double to that which is. If you don't know what that means, the Proverbs can get deep. It can go into things on a physical level. It can go into things on a spiritual level because these Proverbs have that much wisdom contained into them. You know, Solomon was the wisest man who was ever spoken. You know. Anyways, it says, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. So the context is, if you're sitting with a ruler to eat, it says, you know, be thoughtful, consider what you're dealing with and who you're sitting with. It says, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. Right. So hold yourself back. If you see all of these, you're sitting at a large table. I imagine a large, whenever I think about this verse, I imagine the king's table. Like you remember in the book of Samuel, you got David before he was a king, and Saul, he actually said, I want David to come sit with me. You know, he's going to be here. He sat next to the king or at the king's table, and he ate of the king's meat. And you have many people sitting at this table, many important men, and it's a lot of food. You can be given into appetite. You can lose your manners. You can be hasty. You can be that's basically the main things that pop in my head. I think of a large table. Even with Solomon, when you read what is it, Kings chapter 3, First Kings 3, when Solomon's, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm painting a picture. Solomon, he had so many pounds of flour, so many lambs. He had the things for his daily meal prep. It was large. Like we might have to read it. I'm gonna see what Google say. Let's see. Solomon's daily provisions. Let's check this out. So we got First Kings 4 and 20. I'm actually let's check it out. It says So the people of Judah and Israel were as numerous as the sand of as the seashore. They ate, they drank, and they were happy. And Solomon ruled over all the kingdoms of the Euphrates. Let's get to the point. I want the point. Okay, Solomon's daily provisions were 30 cores of the finest flour, 60 cores of meal, 10 head of stall-fed cattle, 20 pasture-fed cattle, 100 sheep, and 100 goats. Excuse me, 100 sheep and goats, as well as deer, gazelles, roebucks, and choice fowl. For he ruled over all the kingdom west of the Euphrates River. So I'm just going over what he had for his daily food. That's a lot of flour. That's a lot of meat. Look at all this meat. Look at all of this meat. That's a lot of provisions in a day. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. And it brings me back to this. Proverbs 23:1. When thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, and put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. So, Aharon, this is not to go against what you said. This is to add more understanding to what you said. The normal Israelite man, he wasn't consuming this much meat into his diet. And it's a reason, it's sound logic into it. You don't have the means to do that. That's a very wealthy way to eat. Meat, like Aharon said, we were agriculture people, right? We tilled the land. We were shepherds. We actually raised these animals. A king, he has the liberty, he has the money, he has the wealth to do those things and eat voluptuously. He has the means to do that. But the average Israelite man, he wasn't eating like that. He just wasn't. When you got money and you got all of these extra things, you can do that, but that's not how the average Israelite man was eating every day. You have to be wealthy to eat like that.
Not to mention who was at Solomon's table. This brother had many wives, many people amongst them. Because I mean, if you don't be honest, I'm pretty sure Solomon was wise. I'm pretty sure he wasn't a glutton. I know for a fact he can't take down all this by himself. It said damn near 100 sheep.
You can't eat one sheep.
You can't eat one sheep. You know what I'm saying? So imagine the people that were at his table, you know?
Mm-hmm. For sure, for sure. And the reason why I went to this is to elaborate. This is what it looks like when you're sitting to eat with a ruler. And of course, it's telling you do's and don'ts. And on a deeper level, these things go far beyond actual physical food. It goes into when you're sitting with the king and a ruler, you can desire not just the food on the table, but the wealth and the riches, the notability that this man has, the credibility, the power that this man has. And when you see all these things, put a knife to your throat, because you don't want to give your mind over to desiring those things that another man had. That's in the commandments.
Being
When you go to
covetous.
exactly. When you go to Exodus chapter 20, it says you cannot covet. You can't covet your brother's wife. You can't covet your brother's house. You can't covet a brother's power. You can't do that. It says, labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. And that's what you end up doing. You see how it immediately gives you some more understanding. Don't twist and don't put yourself. This is something that me and Aaron, we was at work yesterday, and we was working for some older Edomites, and one of them had like some problems going on with his heart. Right, I'm not gonna get into all the details of everything, but it really made me think about how I'm spending my time, because it's like I'm not gonna be youthful. I'm not gonna be as mobile. I'm not gonna be. What's the whole reason all of this? I don't want to spend my time Aharon loves his time. He did a fantastic job yesterday. This guy started complaining whenever. We'll talk about that some other time. He's really big on his time. I'm big on my time too, but I need to just really don't like everybody got something they can stress about. But I don't want to spend all of this time to really get financially stable in a kingdom that's destined to fall according to prophecy. Even if you're not a prophet, a man of faith, you can see the tendencies that happen with other kingdoms like Rome and see how America is going down that same path. And I mean, it's just circling the toilet bowl. Like even if you're just a logical man, you're not a man of faith, right? Lord willing, you're both. But if you just lack faith, look at it logically. You see all of the same tendencies that Rome had when it comes to social. I was looking at this the other day. Things that led to the fall of Rome. And I was kind of looking at these. It says, look at this. Look at this. Corruption in the government. That's a big thing in America. Everyone used to be so proud. Like I watch it's an old it's not old actually. It's not super old, but it is kind of older. It's called That 70s Show. I don't know if brothers heard of this. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I'm pretty sure everybody heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it that popular?
Yes.
Okay. I want to actually pull it up. So yeah, this is the one. This right here. So I've been watching this, right? And their dad, this guy right here, he is so ugly. But this Edomite right here, Red Foreman, he's what America used to like. This is what the average American used to think about America. Like super proud. They love to be an American, stand-up kind of citizen. But you don't find those kind of people are not common like that in America. Like no one really has as much faith as they used to have in America. It's not like that no more. Why? Because the corruption in government. Your average anybody who has any kind of sense, any sensible American can see that America is kind of corrupt. And they try their best to cover that things up because we're American. You know what I'm saying? But the corruption of governments, it says it led to problems like inflation. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a lot of inflation, and it's going to continue. It's going to continue. There's no other choice. They have to do that. It says disease. Everybody got somebody who's sick in their family. I went to go work for somebody. Me and Aharon went to work for somebody, and guess what? They were sick. And by the time we got done finishing the job, he went to go pick up his animals from the vet, and he fell down. And he got all lightheaded and fuzzy, and it was a long day, wasn't it, Aharon? It was a long day.
Yeah, sadly.
It was a long day to say the least. It says and starvation, which is coming to America for sure, 100%. It says, and there's more reasons. I just clicked on one of them. But these things, one of the things that I was reading about was taxes, unfair taxes. The people was making heavier and heavier and heavier taxes on the Roman citizens. And one of the other things I read was how big the gap was in between the rich and the poor. The rich were really, really rich, and the poor was like super, super, super poor. Right? The rich were rich, the poor were poor. And that's another thing, with a lot of countries, but America is one of the biggest countries that deal with that, right? To say the least. I forgot how I even got to that. If you want to spit, you can.
You was talking about the Edomite who had a messed up heart, and you said that's not how you want to spend your time.
Oh yeah, I was going on to a rant off. it made me really consider what I'm spending my time on and how I'm spending it. Like, what's the point of having all of this, having money or being super financially wealthy and stable and having this stuff in your bank account when you don't got nobody to enjoy it with, right? Your wives leave you, or your husband getting, like you don't even got your family no more. What's the point? That money is what's the point of having all this money and spending all your time every day at this job and at this plantation, and America gonna be destroyed? Well, what's the point? Solomon would say that's vanity. I heard about this too. Walmarts are closing everywhere. For sure, for sure. What would they use it for? FEMA? Yeah, that's been talked about. That's been a doctrine in Israel since I came into the knowledge of the truth. And I don't see that not happening. I don't have any rebuttals for that. We got Shawab, Shalom King. We got Xavier McLeod, Shalom. But yeah, that's real, man.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
Going back to the whole food and stuff. Can you grab me Sirach 37 real quick?
Yeah.
37, and it should be the last 3 verses.
Brother, what you eating, brother?
I'm making some tuna.
No, brother. Yeah, I need to eat something too. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot the precept. I know it was in Sirach though.
Sirach 37, it should be the last 3 verses.
Okay. I don't know. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Sirach 37 and 29. It says, "Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler or choler.
Last verse.
By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life."
So the Bible, Sirach. Who wrote Sirach, bro? Was it it was Jesus, right? Or was it the son of somebody?
I'm gonna be honest, Sirach is like my favorite book, but I still get confused. So I'll have to go back and read it.
Too. All right,
Yeah.
well, one of the wisest brothers. All right, one of the wisest brothers. Okay.
I'm gonna go to it. Let me get this right. It says the prologue of the wisdom of Joshua, the son of Sirach.
Okay, Joshua. Yeah. Okay. So cool. The wisdom of Joshua, not the Joshua that was in the wilderness, but the wisdom of Joshua, right? A wise brother. He just said the same thing that I said. You got to eat your meats in moderation. Now, this meat is talking about just an excess amount of food, right? I'm not sure if you can eat too much fruits and vegetables. I'm not sure on that one. But I am sure you can eat too much amount of bread. You can eat too much amount of meat, so on and so forth, right? Damn, pastas, and doing that can cause a continual sickness. And the scriptures speak about being sick all the time, right? And how it's not a good thing. Let me grab that. Sirach 30 and 17. I'm gonna start at 15. It says, "Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth." Right? See, the man that we went to work for yesterday, brother, probably well off, probably got way more money than me and Mar. Right? But when we were cleaning it, he's walking around all sluggish. We was even cleaning at one point in time. And he said, "Do y'all play basketball?" And we said, "We used to." He said, "Man, you guys look sharp. You guys look fit. You look good." Meanwhile, he's walking around and his damn heart throbbing. His heart finna give out. This is what Josh was talking about right here. Health and good estate of body are above all gold. No amount of money can pay for a well body, a well fit and healthy body, right? It says there is no riches above a sound body and no joy above the joy of the heart. It says death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. This is why I made my statement earlier about which I'm sure this is not the first time y'all heard it, about we should all be growing our own things. First off, it teaches you life lessons. It teaches you about patience. It teaches you about learning herbs and fruits and so on and so forth. If you get caught out in the wild, you know what to look for. You know what not to touch and what not to eat. Because I was in downtown the other day. I seen a familiar looking plant, looked like basil. Picked it up, smelt it. It was basil. I said, "Damn, they growing basil out here." How do I know what basil look like? Because I'm growing basil, right? Teaches you things. But you also want to grow your own things, your own food, and your own fruit, because we live in our enemy's land. Our enemy will do anything to try to kill us. We understand that. They got certain fruits and foods out here that can attack your DNA. It's not good, right? But getting back to the point, eat your foods, eat your meats in moderation, because we just read how excess amount of meats can cause sickness. And then I went to a precept to show a continual sickness is better. No, Salakia, death is better than a continual sickness, right? Because we was walking around looking at this man and he didn't look good. And I know when some people just down and out. I looked in the refrigerator, there ain't nothing but junk food in there. We cleaning the house, is grease everywhere. Bro, grease everywhere. I'm just like, well, damn, I see why you having heart problems. I get it. You know, the doctor's telling you might be all right if you take this pill, and this pill. Here's the thing. When you go to these doctors and stuff, they never prescribe a certain diet. They don't tell you, okay, well, you got to cut out soda. Okay, well, you got to stop doing this and you got to start eating this. They don't really just give you a diet. They tell you, okay, we'll go get some antibiotics. We're going to prescribe you this pill. You're going to take this pill and you're going to, no. This Western medicine that we have today suppresses things. It suppresses symptoms. That's all it does. It suppresses symptoms. The things that we were taught was good for us are actually bad. Hey, have you ever busted your knee and it swelled up and first thing you do is grab an ice pack, put it on there?
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can ever do. Why would you try to, you said what?
Give me an understanding.
Why would you try to stop the swelling when your body is trying to heal itself? The ice is to stop the swelling. Your body is trying to swell it up so it can bring nutrients to it, so it can bring blood to it, so it can actually heal the muscle that it's going to. But we, growing up in this Western philosophy, we put ice on it to stop the swelling because it irritates us. Here's another one. You have a fever, they give you medicine to get rid of the fever. Why the hell do I want to get rid of the fever? A fever happens so your body heats up so it can destroy whatever's attacking your body. But you're taking away the fever, so now you're just stuck with the thing anyway. It suppresses symptoms. It don't these medicines that they give us today it's not good. Don't get me wrong. You may have some occasionally that do what it's supposed to do. But then again, you got to worry about the side effects, right? You got to worry the risk to reward ratio on it. When the Most High God give us herbs that heal things. If our diet was better, then guess what? We wouldn't need to have a medicine because our bodies can handle it. The lymphatic system can handle any damn thing. That's how crazy our body is. If y'all don't know what the lymphatic system is, that's the immune system. I really want Yashar to talk to people. Yashar nasty. I'm pretty sure if y'all haven't heard, like Unique said, they growing meats in labs now. They growing meat in labs. That's what's going on. They kind of send it out to one Walmart to test it out. Did anybody notice? If anybody didn't notice, then we can keep calling this a T-bone steak. You know, call it 100% Angus beef. Put the cow sticker on there, and if nobody didn't notice, hey, let's just keep doing it, man. That's what we grow up in. That's how we live. This is how our diet is, and it's not good. It's not a healthy diet. All this damn fried food we eat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so terrible on the body. It's destroying your body. You can't pour, you telling me you cannot pour this oil out you can't pour it out in the pipes. They tell you not to pour it out in the damn soil. They say throw that shit in the garbage. But we eat it. The oil that can't go in pipes, we eat it and it goes to our arteries. That's why I mentioned brother's house was greasy and he has all these heart problems. His arteries is clogged up. It ain't no good circulation going on through his body. My bad. Slakia. My bad, brother. I got on a rant about health. My bad. It's just sometimes we need to talk about it, you know? All this excess amounts of alcohol. I get it, brother. Christ made wine. I get it. I don't mean he said drink wine every day. That was for a special occasion. When you actually get into wine is different from the alcohol we drink today. I can tell you that right now. The alcohol we drink today, no benefits, just toxins. You can look it up. It's literally just toxins. That's all it is, right? Wine that comes from grapes actually do have benefits since it's what is it? A fermented grape. Fermented grapes do have good benefits. It has good bacteria to it, right? I'm not dissing wine, but the alcohol we drink today in excess, tearing up niggas' livers, running amok on niggas' bodies, right?
Yep.
Not to mention your mental system. But go ahead, I think you got something. Go ahead.
And everything that Aharon is saying is true. I think the big problem, the reason why we stress certain things so much and beat certain beat a dead horse is because how we were raised in America. Like we do things, just a lifestyle in America, like a cheese, it's certain rappers. You know who? I don't know if only the younger crowd gonna know who this is. Lil Yachty. I'm actually gonna pull this up. Watch this. Look at this. Right, so this is a famous rapper in America, Lil Yachty. The Atlanta native has long loved pizza, and he even told 88 Rising in 2016 that he's eaten a slice just about every day of his life since the second grade. Since the second grade, I said grave. That might be the right verb. That was good.
You might be on to something.
Says I've been doing it for years. He said I've been doing it since like the second grade. I eat pizza every day for my whole life. I remember when he like first started blowing up, one of the what is it called? Interviews. He was like every day. I mean, he has enough money to support any bad habit he wants. Every day. He said, my favorite food is pizza. I eat pizza every day. Every day. I just like look, I'm not even getting into it. It says 40 boxes of Girl Scout cookies to his newfound chip obsession. Lil Yachty divulges all his daily snacking habits. But this is just how I'm doing this to paint the picture. This is how America indoctrinates us to eat like that, to eat really, 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 really bad. And we eat, it's not that our bodies can actually handle fried chicken. It can. That's why people can do it for so long. Our body can handle you drinking alcohol. Like your body is tough. But what's not going to happen is you continually doing that every day, and you're not doing Proverbs 11 and 1. You're not gonna. Actually, I already got this up. Let me go. I'll go here. It says a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord, but just weights is his delight. And that's really the problem. There's no balance. When do you go back and actually take care of your body? When do you go back and actually let your body heal? When do you do that? When do you go on the fast? When do you go a whole 24 hours? When do you do intermediate fasting? When do you go a week with just eating fruits and vegetables? When do you let your body detox? When do you drink that cucumber and lemon water? When do you do these things to really just hydrate your body, detoxify your body, get all of those bad things out, and kind of get a start fresh so your body can have a chance and really survive for a long time? When do you do that? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to do that.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
Aharon said, he's not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you because it's not a commandment. The Most High God gave us meat. He gave us a dietary law. We know we can eat certain things, but you got to understand that that's not how you want to eat every single day.
that's not wisdom.
That's not wisdom. It's not wise.
Real quick, Unique said, Kevin Gates said we need to fast. He says when you fast, your body eats all the bad cells. You're right and wrong. You're right that we do need to fast, and it is good for getting rid of cells. Your body doesn't eat bad cells. Your body gets rid of bad cells through elimination.
Right.
How that works, your lymphatic system eliminates bad cells. If you start a new diet, right? Say you start a new diet and it's supposed to be a healthy diet. You start a diet and you start noticing that you have acne. It's not a bad thing. You notice that you have diarrhea. It's not a bad thing. You notice that you're peeing more. That's not a bad thing. Your pee may be a different color. That's not a bad thing. That's your body getting rid of the waste at any possibility that it can. Even if you have mucus and you get an excess amount of mucus on your new diet, that's good. If your mucus is getting loose and it's coming out, that's good. That's your body getting rid of stuff. Like I said, growing up over here in this Western medicine, we get acne. No, we want to, no, I don't want acne. I need to do this and I need to do that. No, 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 no. Let your body do its thing. Let it get all that stuff out. It's just pushing everything that's inside of you out. That's all it's doing. I remember one time I had everybody remember those mechanical pencils. I got a mechanical pencil lead stuck inside my skin. Couldn't get it out, so I just left it there. A couple weeks later, I noticed that it has risen to the top of my skin and I could easily just get it out. That's your body moving it out. That's how beautiful our bodies are, right? When, like I said, when you hear me say the lymphatic system, that's the correct term for the immune system. It goes throughout your whole body and it actually works and pumps through exercise, through movement. That's why you don't want to be stagnant. You want to move, you want to be exercising. That way your body can actually fully I guess work, right? That way you can eliminate everything. But yes, fasting is a great tool to help get rid of everything that's wrong inside your body. You got a multitude of fasts. You can do a fruit juice fast. When I say fruit juice, I'm not talking about these store bought Welch's grape juices and shit, right? Minute Maid. No, get a juicer, get you some actual fruit, juice your fruit, go on a fruit juice fast for a couple days. That's how you actually get hydrating, because it contains electrolytes in fruit, right? That's how you hydrate your body, not the electrolytes you get from Gatorade and Prime, not those. I'm talking about real electrolytes, because we're electrical people, right? Fruit juice fast, regular dry fast, right? That's recorded in the scriptures. You can do a vegetable fast like Daniel did. You can do a water fast where you only drink water. I recommend spring water. Purified water, distilled water does nothing for you. It's actually the whole drink a gallon of water a day. That's wrong. That's a myth. You're actually doing harm to your body. Then good. All these things we can.
Hey,
I
touch
go
on
ahead.
touch on um so yeah, that whole I might as well touch on it a little bit. People will tell you to drink at least a gallon of water. Water is good for your body, of course, but all it is, water is just H2O. That's all it is. So if you're just drinking if you're putting a gallons of H2O in your body, it's throwing off the balance. You need H3O2. H3O2 is what is a denser form of water. It comes from fruits, and it really has those vitamins and those minerals that your body need. That's why you'll wake up at night and you'll slam a whole bottle of water that's the whole drink down that's next to your bed, but you're still thirsty. It's not quenching, it's not hydrating enough. Like it gets to the point where I don't even really want to drink water like I used to. And I like water. Water is good, but I don't feel like it's hydrating enough. I've been waiting on summer all year since last summer because you have some of the most hydrating fruits. Your melons, your mangoes. I just been waiting on this all year. I felt so good last year. I was doing backflips, front flips. I'm serious. You go to my Instagram, you see me doing a front flip, maybe even a backflip. I don't know if I don't really post like that, but I'm doing backflips off of walls and stuff. Like I felt so good, but I was keeping my body. I was doing like how I wasn't even working last summer. I was doing like 2 workouts a day. I started lifting weights. Me and Aharon was having a ball last summer. We start eating healthy. I just had so much energy, like normal. It was good energy. It wasn't, bro. It was crazy. That was one of my best summers for real. When I started eating better, I started intaking more fruit, implementing that into my diet. I felt amazing. I wake up, I can just go. I can just go. When you wake up and you got to sit on the edge of your bed, you in a bad mood, man, if you really start putting the right thing, fueling your body, eating to fuel your body, it's amazing. But don't be one of them people who trying to take down 2 gallons of water per day. Like it does you a disservice. Like Aharon got the deeper knowledge behind it. I'm hoping he lays y'all up though.
Kind it's because that distilled water and purified water, all these things, what they do is they kill everything that's inside the water. They kill all the minerals that's inside the water. After the minerals is gone from the water, it's not beneficial. It's actually that's why you hear when you drink too much water, it causes a sodium disbalance inside of your cells. Your cells start to swell up. It actually causes a lot more harm than good, right? This is where you get the term of putting pink salt into your water to increase the mineral count, to increase the sodium level in it. Uh I'm not well studied in that. All I know is if you do drink water, drink spring water or drink water that has fruits infused inside of it, right? Cucumbers, lemons, limes, strawberries, you name it, blueberries, whatever you want to do. They got a multitude of them. Do certain things like that, right? Somebody put in the chat about um the carnivore diet, right? I'm familiar with the carnivore diet. Yes, for short term, yes, the carnivore diet does improve and helps your body out for a short term. And predominantly, not really even for our people. I'm not gonna lie. This is for carnivore diet is for a specific type of people, the Edomites. Our people for longevity will tear you up. Longevity, the carnivore diet will mess you up, right? It's not our bodies aren't meant our people's bodies are not meant to break down meat like that. It's not meant to break down these kind of things. This is where you get Dang, man, it's so much stuff into it. So when you look at our digestive system is very long. When we eat meat, it goes in there and it decays and it rots. Our bodies are used to things that ferment, such as fruit. Our
Things
bodies
that
are used to, you said what?
things that's simple.
Things that simple, exactly. It's used to ferment things. It's supposed to digest quickly. This is why a lot of brothers and sisters can't drink milk, right? You get something called what is it called?
Lactose intolerant.
You get lactose intolerant because the milk is too complex to break down in our bodies and it messes us up. Next thing you know, you farting and it stink. It's all weird now in the air. It's not, our bodies is not meant to break those things down. When you look at an animal that is meant to eat those type of things, like a lion or a wolf or whatever, these animals sleep for long periods of time throughout the day. And their digestive tract is a lot shorter, right?
Can I add on that too?
Go ahead.
One of the things about your digestive system, your organs, when you sleep, your organs are not they doing a thing. That's why you'll wake up and you tired, man. Your organ, if you that's why they tell you don't eat when it's too late. A lot of people who are really, really, really conscious about their diet, they'll stop eating around 7 or 8 because they don't want that's why you'll wake up tired. Your digestive system is working all throughout that night, and it takes energy for your digestive system to go through all these processes and to digest all of this food, just doing all these, going through this. You wake up and you're tired. You got to actually let your Ahran, you know what I'm talking about. I don't study this stuff. Ahran do, but I know he tell me about this stuff every chance he get.
Nah, you straight. You exactly right. It's called the circadian rhythm. I was actually gonna speak on that because Hebrew daughter, she had put in the chat, she eats her first meal around 12. 12 is actually midday. That's when your digestive system, your digestive enzymes is working at its best. That's when you want to eat that's if you do eat meat, that's the time you want to eat meat. 12, right? If you do eat meat. If you don't eat meat, you want to eat your stuff that's a little bit harder to break down, like your starches, potatoes, your vegetables, so on and so forth. That's when you want to eat the most heartiest things throughout your day is 12, right? Then she said that she stops eating around 6. That's a perfect time to start eating. It's called the circadian rhythm, like Mahar said. When you eat big, heavy stuff right before bed, you go to sleep and your body isn't resting. Your body's not resting. Your body is actually going through more work to break down all this meat that you just ate. That's why I spoke on animals that are supposed to eat meat. Guess what? They sleep 12 to 18 hours a day, damn near. You can look at a dog, they sleep all day. Us, we don't sleep all day. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to eat stuff that yields energy, that yields a lot of this energy that we get, right? Like fruits. You eat fruit, your body doesn't go through so much work to break that down. And then on top of that, you get the electrolytes, you get the energy that yields from it. Now you're up moving and you're good. Meat, guess what? You get something called the damn itis. You eat a big meal, now you sleepy all of a sudden. Damn, brother, I'm tired. Yeah, nigga, because your body working. On top of that, we don't even eat right. What do I mean by we don't even eat right? First thing, the first part of your digestive system is your mouth, your teeth, the way you chew, the way you eat food. Niggas chew 2 times, swallow.
I do that. I've been working on it, but man, it's tough. I got a bad habit. But it's not
Yeah.
twice. It's more like 3 or 4.
He said it's more like 3 or 4.
It tastes better that way.
Yeah. And you see, that's the thing. We grow up getting used to these things. And you actually gotta, I believe the brother said super chew your food. You gotta super chew your food.
Bro,
Break it down.
Genius, bro.
It is. That's how you gonna yield the most nutrition from your food though. I mean from your food though.
For some reason, I don't got enough time for that. It's not enough
You
time.
see that?
It's not enough
See
time
that?
in the day, bro.
See that, brother?
It's not enough time in the day, brother.
Brother in the microwave generation.
Not enough time, brother.
He said it's not
I'm
enough
not trying
time.
to be sitting right here on one part of this sandwich Like, I got a more sandwich. I gotta get. I
I
gotta get.
gotta finish this.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I definitely feel you. Um, but like I was saying, Hebrew daughter made a good point. It takes about 12 hours for meat to actually digest. You're right. That's why it's so hard. Your body spends more time eating the food and more energy eating the food and digesting the food than the energy that meat would yield back to you, right? Um, I was actually finna say something. It was something on my mind. Dang, I just forgot it. I can't even remember right now. But going on to vegetables, is certain things in vegetables that's hard to digest as well, right? This is why we cook the vegetables down. This is why we blend the vegetables up. This is why we boil herbs, so on and so forth. When you look at the animals that eat herbs, that are herbivores, uh, a lot of the times, guess what? They have two stomachs, like a cow. They have two stomachs. They have to read. This is the chewing of the cud, right? They chew the grass, chew the herbs or whatever they need to eat. They digest it one time, bring it back up, regurgitate it, chew it some more, then take it back down to their second stomach, right? So a lot of this stuff, a lot of these vegetables are hard to break down in your body too. This is why I mentioned eating your vegetables at 12 as well, when your body is most, when your digestive system is most high, right? Most up type deal. I remember what I was gonna say. A lot of, going back to the meat. I'm sorry. I know I'm everywhere, guys. All right. I'm sorry. You got to bear with me. Have patience. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the nutrients that comes from meat lies within the blood, right? And we know we're not supposed to eat blood. Everything that's supposedly positive and good that lies within the meat comes from the blood. This is what the animals eat. They eat the blood. It was this damn Edomite going around. The testicle nigga. What was his name, bro? He got caught doing steroids. Liver King, right? This nigga going around eating everything with blood in it. He turning blue. You know, it's getting all weird. That diet is kind of cool for his people. Our people, not so much. We know we're not even supposed to eat. We're not supposed to eat blood. But those are the things that contain the most nutrients in it, right? But that's not for our people. Leave that to the Hamites and to the Edomites. That's not for us. Those things were taught to us, just like eating pork was taught to us. The American diet was taught to us. Eating an excess amount of sugar was taught to us. There's so much things that your body can do once it's in its natural state. I mean, it's beautiful. It you can heal yourself from all kinds of things, cure yourself. Um, you'll feel a lot better, move a lot easier. It's beautiful. The stuff that I've learned in the short amount of time that I learned it, it's actually crazy how the body works. It's actually insane how the body works. And it's actually insane how much lies we were told and sold over here in this Western part of the world. That's the stuff that I also learned as well. It gets insane about all these lies that we were told. It gets insane about all these pills that they're trying to sell to us, right? If you know me, you know I haven't taken medicine in years. Haven't taken medicine in years. This was before I even got on this kind of health wave of eating herbs and doing this this was before then. If you know me, I used to have headaches. I wasn't using no aspirin for headaches. Something in my spirit told me, no, nigga, these pills ain't good. This was even before the truth. I didn't just run to a pill to solve all my problems. It just didn't sit right with me. I never wanted to do it. Never liked it. I was like, nah, I'm cool. Right? But these are things that we got to learn if we want to build back our nation. If we want to build back our nation, you got to have certain people that go into certain fields. You got to have certain people that go into certain health fields. You got to have. I ask a question all the time. What was our people doing with our teeth before they introduced toothbrush to us? I know some people would chew on sticks. I know apples. Eating apples are good for your teeth. If you ever bit into an apple and after you get done eating the apple and you lick your teeth feel hella smooth for some reason. It's because the fibers that's on the apple actually wipe off all that tartar and plaque that's built up on your teeth,
See
right?
that? I want to grab this. I want to grab
Yeah,
this
you straight. Go ahead.
I want to bring some precepts out on what you said. I had to step away for a second. Somebody knocked on my door. But check this out, bro. This whole chapter is hot. It's hot. Sirach chapter 38 is definitely one of my favorite. I got so many favorite chapters in Sirach. Sirach 1 is nasty. It goes over the fear of the Most High. Sirach chapter 2, at one point, I had that whole chapter almost completely memorized, like line upon line. Chapter 3 goes over your parents. Chapter 4 goes over wisdom. I don't remember chapter 5 that much. Chapter 6 goes over friends. Chapter 7 is good. I mean, so many of these chapters are just very, very, very good. But chapter 38, it goes over a few things. It goes over like when people die. It goes over, you see, it talks about the medicines and it talks about the physicians. But when you go down here, it start talking about wisdom, and then it start talking about the different offices in the kingdom. And Aharon spoke on this. When it comes to a nation, there's got to be different roles in every kingdom, in every major kingdom of civilization, even in a village, even everyone has an office. So I'm gonna read a little bit about it because it's just hot. It's just hot. So I'm gonna start at verse 20. Let's see. I know I gotta read that. I'm gonna start here. Oh man, I'm gonna read in the GNT because it's easier to digest.
If you want your screen shown, we can't see it. Just letting you know.
Okay, thank you, because I definitely thought my screen was up. Man, all of this talk about food, man, I'm finna go get me a steak. Bro, don't let Aharon fool y'all, bro. I caught him with a Snicker the other day.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm not there yet. I say moderation. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm pushing as
and
of
we
right
do need
now.
to speak on that because some people stop dealing with the Most High because of this. Some people start putting their trust in food more than they put their trust in the Most High, right? So we definitely don't want to become those people. But man, let me read this, man. So we're gonna go to Sirach when I find it. Ben Sira.
But just so y'all know, I do aspire to enhance my diet to only fruits and vegetables. I do aspire to do that. That's the
It's
goal.
levels to it though. It's seriously
Hell
levels
yeah.
to it. It's levels to this. It's
Fuck around
levels.
and bug out. I'm cool.
Ain't no way I'm finna start eating how Yashar eat.
No, not right now.
He said, if I eat a donut, what he say?
Yeah, he said if he eat a donut, he'll start twitching like his body. That's actually true. He was talking to me one time. He was saying, if your body get used to something so long, if you get used to garbage and used to feeling like garbage, then you ain't gonna think nothing wrong. But then if you go healthy and then you put garbage in your body and your body react to it, then you'll start noticing, oh damn, okay. Just like with pork. That's an easy example. We've stopped
Right.
eating pork for so long. You eat pork, your ass gonna be sick as a dog.
Yep.
But guess what? Somebody else who's used to eating garbage, they're not gonna know. No, they gonna feel good. I mean, I've been doing this.
Right. Exactly. And that's the level that I'm at when it comes to my diet. I try not to take in a lot of artificial sugar, and I try and implement. I've been eating more fruit than I ever been eating. You know, that's where I'm at. Like today, I woke up, I'm in bed. I told my wife to go give me the cantaloupe, and I just sat there in bed and I ate cantaloupe for breakfast. That's how I woke up. So that's basically. But I've been working out and I want to actually get stronger. So I've been trying to make sure I eat enough protein. But for the most part, I'm not eating super, super, super clean. Like I'm not. Like last night before bed, I ate some Tillamook ice cream and it was delicious. See that? So I'm still wicked, you know.
He's still in sin, guys. All right. No, I'm just playing.
So check this out. This is Sirach 38 and 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that have little business shall become wise. So if you desire wisdom, you need time for it. It says, he that have little business shall become wise. It says, how can he get wisdom that holdeth to the plow and that glorieth in the goad and driveth oxen and is occupied in labors and whose talk is of bullocks? So if you're always occupied in work, you know, you're doing this, you're doing that. When you're talking and you're just having a conversation, it's always about work. That's what it's going into. It said, whose talk is of bullocks? If your talk is always about work, you're not really going to be able to get wisdom because you don't have the time for it. Whenever me and Aharon talk, we talk about wisdom. We talk about, even if we're not going into prophecy, we're going into parables. Even if we're not going to parables, we're going into proverbs. And if that, we're just talking about things that's gonna longevity. This is gonna be why this is a good habit to, this is a good way to look at this. Over time, this is gonna make us strong. You know, we always on that kind of time. You know, we do crack jokes, you know, we do play the game, we do play video games, but at the same time, when we cracking jokes on a video game, it's about the Bible. It's about wisdom. It's about this. It's about somebody doing something that's not wise. You know, we always, our talk is always occupied like that. And two is better than one. Iron sharpens iron. It says he giveth his mind to make furrows and is diligent to give the kind fodder. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and that they cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make a great variety and give themselves to counterfeit imagery. I can't say that. It says, and to watch to finish a work. So it's just going over the different people who works, who's diligent in their labor. Watch this. Verse 28. The smith also sitting by the anvil and considering the ironwork, the vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, and his fighting with the heat of the furnace, the noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears. His eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work and watcheth to polish it perfectly. This is how it is. The life of a smith. He's dealing with that heat and that hot furnace. He's dipping it in the water. He's putting it back in the furnace. He's beating it. He's over there by the anvil. He's beating it. He look at it diligently. It's still not ready. He putting it back in the water. He putting it back in the fire. He putting it back in the furnace. He pulling it out. Then he look at it again and say, look, this one is good. I'm going to polish it. That's what his mind is set on. He's going to be a damn good smith because he's occupied in that. You do that 10 hours a day. You're going to be good. If a smith, 10,000 hours, that's what they say. If you put in that much time into a trade or a skill, you're going to be damn good at it. Right? It says, so doth the potter sitting at his work and turning the wheel about his feet, who is always carefully set at his work and maketh all his work by number. I mean, he's carefully fashioning this clay. Okay, we need a little bit more water. You're hitting it with your foot. You're spinning it. You're spinning the clay. You're spinning it. You got real fine hands. They still, they not shaky. You just make the finest pottery in town. Right? Your father was a potter. Your father's father was a potter. You're going to be a damn good potter because you spent so much time on that. It says he fashioneth the clay with his arm and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applieth himself to lid it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust to their hands, and every one is wise in his work. And you're good at what you do. You spent so much time on it. You're good at it. It says, without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. And this goes back to the point that Aharon said. You need these kind of people in the town. You need these kind of people in the kingdom. You need smiths. blacksmith, goldsmiths. You need these people. You need farmers. You need shepherds. You need these people because without these cannot a city be. It says, they shall not be sought for, but this is the pros and cons because Aharon knows I'm very big on this in this point in my walk. Every single thing has pros and cons. I mean, everything has pros and cons. All of the choices that you make in your life got pros and cons. If you want to be a potter, go ahead. It can be beautiful. You can be the best potter in the kingdom. But it's pros and cons to that. And this is going to be the con. You're not going to be sought for in public council. You're a potter. Nor sit in the high congregation. They shall not sit in the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. But they will maintain the state of the world and all their desires in the work of their craft. There's pros and cons to that. You master a skill and you're deep in that skill. There's pros and cons to that. You might be the best goddamn swimming coach there is. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna be known for. That's all you're gonna be is a guy who can swim his ass off. And you teach others how to swim. You might know how to surf. You might know how to do gymnastics. But if that's what you put all of your time into, that's really what you're gonna what are you really gonna be good for other than that? Me, I don't want to focus all of my time, my energy, my mind, my soul into something like that. I want to put my time, my energy, and my soul into being wise, having discernment, understanding judgment. That way, when parables are spoken, I can understand them. Whenever it's time to understand a judgment, I'll know how to give the right judgment. When it's time to actually govern the whole city, I'll be able to govern a city through wisdom. And that's the kind of mentality that that's the kind of place I've been at. I've been trying to get understanding. That's what I'm about. I want to understand stuff. That's where I'm at. Well, you'll see me in my street teachings. A lot of people like me how I street teach. A lot of people don't like me. But one of the things I get commended for, I like understanding. I'm not so quick on the sword and so belligerent and coming with judgments. I'm more so, I'll have a conversation with you. If you get out of pocket, it's easy for me to wet my sword. It's easy for me to cut you. I mean, the sword is sharp. It's nothing. I got brothers who gonna bring it out. I'm gonna cut you without even trying to be an asshole. Like I really am, because the truth is there. It's so sound. It's just sharp. It is what it is. After hours and hours dealing with the scriptures, it's just sharp. I'm gonna cut you without even swinging hard. It's just, it's just like that. But I apply myself to understanding. Okay, a brother went this way. I don't immediately think of it, brother, you wrong for going that way. Well, I'm the first thing you always hear me say this. I probe for understanding. I say, what made you go that way? I'm asking why. Why would you go do that? And I'm not getting on your bumper. I'm not saying you're wrong yet. I'm just asking why. Because a lot of times when people do stuff, they usually have an explanation on why they did it. And it might make sense. So if I actually hear them out, guess what? I just gain understanding, even if it was about a particular situation that I may not ever need again. But a lot of times it's useful information. And next thing you know, I can apply it to my life to where I can make better decisions because I have more understanding. And that's how I teach. All right, what's going on, Doc? What's your deal? Why you and we've been through the same cycle. I can usually guesstimate through wisdom and understanding why you're not serving the Most High God. And you actually see, last time we went live, we had a scoffer come up and you'll see my guesstimation. You'll see Aharon's guesstimation. You'll see Malachi, Soldier Malachi, his guesstimate. We diagnosed the brother precisely. He didn't even talk that much, and we already understood what was wrong with the brother and where he was at in his walk. Understanding, brother, you're moving too fast and you're trying to gain too much wisdom and you're going here to get it. What you need to do is slow down. He only asked like one question, and I already was like, this brother moving too quick. You remember that, Aharon? I know you remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I remember.
And it'd be accurate. I'm looking for understanding. That's so a lot of brothers like how I bring it out, but a lot of people will say, you know, I have too much fun, or I'm not coming powerful enough. Bro, if I want to, it's skillful. If I want to go over here and get on people's head, I can. That's easy. It's quick. It's quick. But going back to what Aharon said, without these kind of people, a city cannot be. You got to have physicians. Every great city have physicians.
You can't stand without it.
Right? You can't stand without every great kingdom had physicians. You got to have somebody who can heal the people. And guess what? On a larger level, the Israelites are waking up by physicians. That's how this thing is starting. You hear me? By physicians.
And on the spiritual level.
On the spiritual level, we are healing our people. And that stuff can get deep.
I want to read this the top part of Sirach 38 because it's pretty hard.
It's hot, ain't it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. And me and Mahar actually did a live a while ago going over a spiritual physician. That's the funny part. But Sirach 38 in verse 1, it says, honor a physician to the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. So it's just giving honor to the physician, right? Because he knows how to heal people. He knows the in and outs, right? And that's what I aspire to be. I aspire to be a physician, or a modern day, what they would call a herbalist, right? I aspire to be that, right? I want to be that, trying to be that, working on that, you name it, right? Verse 4, it says, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So this is going into the Lord creating medicines out of the earth. These medicines are called herbs, right? Fruit, you name it. This is why they called the herbalist. It says the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. If you're wise and if you're understanding, you're not going to abhor it. You're not going to turn from it. All of a sudden, in this modern day, in this modern age, pills come out of nowhere. Well, damn, what were we using before these pills came through? Because a lot of people like to, in modern times, a lot of people like to shame natural things and shame how we did things naturally. And I always wonder, okay, if you don't want to do it natural, how are we here? How did we make it this damn far doing it back then? Right? That's what I question. If this modern stuff is so good, how did we last? How did we make it all the way up to this modern society? Because if you look from about all of this stuff, like this technology boom and stuff, all this stuff happened from like the 1900s to now. It happened in a short time period. A short time period. The iPhone came out when we was alive, right? And now it's all the way up to this iPhone. And now you got Face ID, and you got Touch ID, and you got this, and you got that, and you got facial recognition. Now you can go into the virtual world. Now you can do this. Now you can do that, right? What were we doing back then that was the natural way? That's not causing our bodies harm. That's not inflicting so much pain on us. When you go into it, a lot of this modern stuff is actually bad. And I think one of the Akim asked the other day, do you think that we will keep cell phones in the kingdom? My answer was no. Even though I enjoy my cell phone, I enjoy it. But my answer was no. And there's a reason for that. All of this stuff, all of these convenient things that we think are good are actually bad. Social media is bad. It actually creates depression, right? You should look up, it's something on Netflix called The Social Dilemma. Y'all should look into that. It causes depression. You're waiting on something to happen. You're waiting on someone to like your photo. You're looking at the the opinion of hundreds of thousands of people. When naturally, the natural person, you're only supposed to when you grow up in a village, you're only supposed to know damn near roughly around 1,000 to 2,000 people, if that. You're not supposed to be knowing and getting the opinion of 7 billion people in the world. Can't please everybody. Is creating depression, right? Another reason why I said no. Cell phones, it creates an artificial light. Artificial light is terrible for you, especially at nighttime and especially during the morning time. First thing you're supposed to do when you wake up in the morning is get regular, real sunlight, not artificial light. It messes with your brain. It messes with your biological system. It messes with everything. It messes with everything. Go ahead.
Bro, whenever I went outside this morning, it was like when you step outside and it's a nice day, immediately it's released endorphins. In like a better terms, it just makes you happy. It makes you feel good. It's a nice day out, and you just go outside. It feel good. You feel relieved. Not to mention what you get from the sun, vitamin D, if I'm not mistaken. That stuff is good for your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd yield right there though.
It's something my rib showed me this. It's something called, I believe, like seasonal depression. Like during the wintertime, more people get depressed because they're not outside more. They're not outside as they would be during the summertime. You go out during the summertime, you feel better, you feel natural. I've been learning so much stuff. It even boils down to damn sound. Sounds can affect you. We listen to damn cars drive by, trains, all these artificial, unnatural sounds. But when you actually go out camping, you go out and do something, you listen to birds chirping, you hear running water flow, you hear all these beautiful things. It reboots your body to its natural state. And all of that depression, all of that anxiety, all these things that you worry about on a daily basis are immediately removed from you. I think I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast, and there's one guy likes to go out and visit these tribes that are in these weird countries, right? And he had spoke about, hey, let's go. I can take you to America, and we can make a big thing out of this. Bro said, why would I want to go to America? Don't they kill themselves there? Don't they die there? We're talking about these people that have to wake up and hunt for their food every day and go gather their food, but yet they are more happy than we are here. It's because we live in this fake society. It's called the Matrix, right? It's called the Matrix. Go ahead.
That hits. The Most High know what he doing though. He gave us Feast of Tabernacles, Feast of Booths, where you don't have a choice. Go out there and camp. Yeah. And it's my favorite high holy day. Hands down. My favorite. I like that high holy day so much. It literally makes me super upset when I have to go home and I can't stay the whole 7 days. I can't stay the whole day. I can't stay the whole time. I think it's 8 days. 7. I need to go read that now.
Roughly around there.
But it makes me upset. That's why in the summertime, me and Ahern, we go camping every year. We go camping in the summer, at least 2 or 3 times. Like last year, we went 3 times maybe.
Yeah, it's just that's it. That's good.
It feels good. It feels good. You take the dogs.
Man. Go be back out in nature, bro.
It's good.
Go just be out there instead of just being inside, looking at all this damn artificial light. I mentioned the circadian rhythm. If you fix your circadian rhythm, which I don't believe it requires a certain diet. I think it just requires how much you eat at what parts of your day. I'm not 100% sure on that. But when you look at the circadian rhythm, a lot of these diseases, a lot of these ailments, a lot of these things that's wrong with us today can be fixed if you just fix your circadian rhythm alone. We're in these houses. We have these blackout curtains. We have all these things, right? So you go to sleep at an unusual time. You know, it could be, you don't know what time it is. It's just dark outside. You go to sleep at an unusual time. You eat right before you go to bed. You wake up, the sun been up damn near 4 hours now. You probably wake up at 11, 12. You waking up at the time you're supposed to be eating. And then you eat a big, hearty, full, meaty filled breakfast. Your body all off now. And, you know, as soon as you wake up, you scrolling on Facebook, you scrolling on Instagram, which is the worst thing to do. You don't go outside until you got to go to work, which is at like 4 or 5. So then you don't go outside until then. Now your system all messed up. And then right before you go to bed, you're on your phone scrolling, so on and so forth, right? That messes everything up. In nature, when you go camping, guess what? When I go camping, I tend to wake up when the sun up. When the sun kind of getting up there, I wake up a lot earlier.
I agree.
When the yeah,
You don't have a choice. It's like your body. Shawab dropped this comment. I don't know if you've seen it. Camping resets your sleep schedule. All praises. That's real, bro.
it does.
That's real.
It actually does. You wake up kind of towards when the sun is. Can you hear me out?
Yeah, you got a call.
Yeah. But you wake up when the sun coming up, and it's a lot easier to wake up when you're waking up outside in the sun than it is to wake up inside the house. You wake up in the house, you're feeling sluggish, kind of don't want to move. It's still kind of dark in your room, so it feel good. Then you open that phone up, and then you just start scrolling away, looking at social media. I hope she liked my picture today. You start doing those things. Did she like my picture? If she like my picture, I'm gonna go like her. Oh man, and I'm gonna just do this, and you just scrolling. Then, when the sun tends to go down when you're outside camping, you tend to fall asleep a lot more faster, a lot more easier. You don't have to hassle to go to sleep. Even though you're out in the elements, it's not so much of a hassle. You're gonna have a much beautiful sleep, and you wake up and you feel fresh. You feel good. You wake up to damn birds chirping. You wake up to the damn stream next to you that's running with nice water that you can drink. Right? There's spring water that you can drink from. All of these things is what we're supposed to be doing. Am I saying now? I'm not saying go out and just set up a camp and live inside of a tent all day. No, I'm trying to say have a more healthier, active lifestyle. And when you wake up, just go outside. Go outside for a little bit, or open your blinds up. That's what I do. Open my blinds up. The sun inside. I feel good. Kind of chill for a little bit. Make me a little smoothie, a little fruit smoothie. I drink a fruit smoothie every morning because me personally, I don't like eating a lot in the morning. This was even before I learned all this stuff. I don't like breakfast. I like breakfast foods. I don't like eating breakfast though. I don't want all that on me, right? So I make me a smoothie, fruit smoothie, you name it, oatmeal, whatever, blend it all up, drink it. I'm cool. I'm cooling, feel good. Shalom, I do that and I feel good. And you kind of want to have more light. Me and my rib ever since it's been warm, we've been going out more. We've been going to the park, we've been going to the zoo, we've been going and looking at stuff, and we feel better. She happier, I'm happier, we getting sun, so on and so forth. If you're more on the lighter, if you're on lighter skin side, I do not recommend I don't recommend sun lotion, sunblock, whatever it's called. You do not receive you don't receive the nutrients that you get from the sun if you put that on. It's blocking everything. You can't get your vitamin D. It's blocking all that stuff. Just go out there, take it like a champ, get sunburn, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Or, take an umbrella with you. I remember my grandma used to do that. She'd have an umbrella. She'd be under the umbrella. She's still getting the sun, but don't put sunblock on you. It's negative. Those are for the Edomites. But yeah, man, this is a real good conversation. Real good conversation, bro. Because I love talking about all this stuff. I love getting into the circadian rhythm. I love getting into how to eat. I love getting into I've been studying damn neurogenesis lately. Neurogenesis is some tough stuff to learn. It's actually I think it just been recently found out. Neurogenesis, right? But I'm not gonna get into that because I don't fully know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's got stuff to do with the brain and your hippocampus and the regrowth of brain cells, right? Which nobody thought was possible, but it's very possible. And you can change it, guess what? Based off your diet, based off your lifestyle. If you move more, neurogenesis is better throughout your body. If you drink more alcohol, neurogenesis is worse throughout your body. You want neurogenesis, right? If you eat things like omega-3 fatty acids, like your avocados, salmon, I believe has a lot of omega-3 fatty acids. You eat brain foods such as your berries, your berry family, your strawberries, your blueberries, things that are high in antioxidants. It's wonderful for your brain. You'll start remembering a lot more stuff. It's not going to be cloudy. You're not going to be just discombobulated. All of these things. When they say you are what you eat, they meant that. If you just go out and eat a damn carcass, you're just going to be a damn carcass. That's what it is. You go out and get some flesh, and it's already dead. It's been dead for a little bit. It's just been in the cold. You eat it, you know, you just ate a carcass. I mean, you know, you're not really yielding a lot. I mean, you're getting protein, you know, that's cool. You're getting protein. But just protein, I mean, that reminds me of a damn Neanderthal somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We are a wise people. We need wise foods. I actually found out something that was dope. Now, this might have came from the conscious community or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. But they say we need to eat things that are high to the sun. Things that are closer to the sun, that's tend to going to be healthy for you. Stuff that grow close to the sun, that's high up in trees, it's going to be good for you. I was like, damn, that's hot. That's hot. That's dope. The sun is the most, what is it? Without the sun, nothing would be alive. That's what that is. There is no sun, there is no earth, there is no us, right? We deal with science. We're not against science. I'm not against science. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not against science. I'm against science when you start talking about Big Bang theories and stuff. But science in general, I'm not against that. The sun yields a lot of energy. Like Barzayat Judah said, sun is essential to life. Exactly. This is how we grow our stuff. This is how we grow food. This is how we grow vegetation. The Most High God gave us this source of light, this natural light. That way we may grow our food, grow our crops. If you go a time period without sun, I actually need to look this up. I'm almost certain that it's detrimental to you. Man, y'all finna get me on a rant, man. I was finna get this talking about sleep and how important sleep is to you. All these niggas is out here talking about how I sleep when I'm dead. Well, nigga, you gonna be dead soon. I will say that. If you lack sleep, you will be dead soon. Did you want to say something?
Salakia. Shalom, Hebrew daughter. I just seen that. Shalom.
All praises, all praises. You know what I'm saying? We got Soldier Malachi in there. It's a good brother. Look at him. Look at him glowing with wisdom. Look at that brother. But yeah, man. Let me stop before I rant some more. You know, anybody got any questions, anything real quick before we leave off? Because I can talk about this all day. And I'm not trying to. Bro, since I've been growing stuff, I've been looking forward to rain more. Every time I see it rain, I'm happy as hell. I'm happy.
The Most High, he cold, bro. He on a different level.
Yeah.
A different level.
Hebrew daughter, don't fall for advertised things like alkaline water that's more expensive. Alkaline water is better for you. Spring water is alkaline water. That's all you got to know. Get your damn Ozark water. That's alkaline. You know, the stuff that's got minerals in it. Don't fall for, you know, this pH plus 3.5, 100% alkaline. They just trying to sell you some stuff. It's just spring water. The best source of liquid that you probably can get is your coconut water. That's probably the best source liquid that you can get that doesn't require chewing. Outside of that, You got your watermelons, your cucumbers. Cucumbers yield a lot of electrolytes. Cucumbers are beautiful. Watermelons are beautiful. Oranges, strawberries. I feel like I'm forgetting one.
What the
I think
fuck?
I'm forgetting one.
Hey, you bringing it out, Doc?
Man,
Here we go. Brothers in the chat being wicked.
What we got?
Look what he said.
Watch out. Here he comes.
what are you talking about?
We got the brother Taj Yah with the, you know what he be on.
That's his famous. He infamous for that. Whenever I start getting on his ass, he says, "So good. Let me guess. Paul died for you."
Niggas better relax.
One
Nigga
time,
Paul died for the ministry.
one time, Tajah was debating. I think I was being a Christian, so I was pulling out straight Paul, and he said, "Let me guess, Paul died for you." I started lacing him up, so now I always make fun of him because he said that. Now, then I
Hey,
figured out how Paul got his doctrine straight from Christ.
yeah, for real. Shawab Bawar said, just goes to show you, you get a peek into real life when you start farming in that. Like for most man, rain is just something that happens now and then. It says happens now and then, but if you're growing stuff, you see its purpose. That's exactly right. A lot of people, rain is depressing to a lot of people. Like I just said, I'm looking at the map. It say around 2 to 3 is supposed to rain. I'm excited. To me, it ain't rained in a while over here. I'm kind of getting worried. Goddamn, what? When is rain coming through? Imagine back then, a damn drought. They didn't have water faucets and stuff. Nah, nigga, we need this water. That you start praying to God. Oh God, I need. Y'all might proclaim a fast. We need water. We need rain.
Elijah showed up and caused a famine.
Yep.
Then he called fire down from heaven in front of 400, I think 400 fake prophets. They was cutting themselves trying to get their God to answer. he was cooking them up bad. Then he prayed to the one true living God, called fire down, and then I think in that same chapter, the Lord let it rain again.
Made it rain again.
Really though, literally. What was it?
Bro,
King Ahaz?
King Ahaz. If he was married to Jezebel, then I believe so. It's either Ahaz or Ahab. One of them brothers.
That's what I was thinking.
It's one of them brothers.
Brother, scriptures talk about the latter rain. Right? That's why we got these feast days how they are. Right? I'm not the coldest at giving this breakdown, but Naquam, he spoke on the Feast of First Fruits. And how you got the latter rain, you got the first rain, the early rain, the latter rain. Like them things was really important to our people. You have it in the scriptures. If you type in latter rain, you'll see scriptures that deal with that. Rain is important. Hey, it's a curse. In Zechariah, the 14th chapter, if they don't come down and keep the Feast of Booths, what was the judgment?
They shall receive no rain, I believe.
And you wasn't gonna get no rain. He was gonna kill you through famine. And that's in the book of Lamentations, it tell you the sword is better than famine.
Yep.
It's better to get your head blown off than for you to die of starvation. He gonna give you the nastiest, ugliest death. Famine. Famine is not a game. That was something that happened in the land of Canaan. And everybody had to go down. Jacob had to go down, send his sons to go down to Egypt. To Joseph because of famine. Famine is a real thing, bro. A lot of people think that because we haven't saw it in this generation or in the last generation before that or in the generation before that, that it's not a real thing. Famine is a real thing. And when it hits, think about it. You never seen anything. You never even, your father and your father's father and your father before that have never experienced a great famine. So when it hits you, it's going to hurt. You don't know how to adjust. You don't know. What are you going to do? We're so far away from agriculture. We're so far from actually knowing what we can eat, what we can't eat. We're so far away from that. When famine actually happens, we're gonna be in a bad place. So if you
Oh
ain't,
yeah.
if your spirit ain't right, you're not serving the one true living God. It's gonna be horrible for you. Horrible for everybody. Hard in America. One of the biggest things that gets you clout or notoriety or infamous is to be hard, like to be that guy, to be a thug or a gangster or just a killer. I'm painting this picture. Hopefully y'all can feel it. But that man, when tribulations like famine pop up, he's gonna be the first one to shut down.
The Lord like hard niggas. The Lord like hard niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, it's gonna get real ugly. You know,
Tough guy.
So you tough, huh?
you real hard, huh?
Oh, so you tough.
Lord take all his food away from him. Walmart gone.
No more
Damn.
Reese's. Ain't no Target.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If we was all to look, if we all was to grow our own stuff, first off, you're saving a lot of money. That's off just the rip. You're saving a lot of money. I'm pretty sure a lot of our people have backyards. You can grow it in the backyard. You know how easy it is to grow potatoes? You can have everybody know what a rotten potato look like. So-called rotten. It starts sprouting. Throw that thing in the ground. It's as simple as that. Throw it in the ground. Let the Lord take care of it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be a farmer, if you don't want to get too deep into it, cool. Throw it in the ground and just let it grow. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Dig it up. You got a couple potatoes under there. If everybody was just to do that, and then when a time of famine hit, shit, you good. You don't gotta worry. You don't have to worry about, damn, bro, I need to go to Walmart and get some stuff. Nigga, Walmart in my backyard. Nigga, I got potatoes, man. I got sweet potatoes back there. You know, we got a couple of strawberries. You know, we got a couple of these. Let's just pack it in a bag, and let's just get out. You know what I'm saying? That's one less worry. Like, nah, like, we good. The Lord showed me this would happen. I was prudent.
You got a few provisions, huh?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. Like we always say, we're gonna be somewhere ducked off eating grapes that a nigga grew in his backyard. It's as simple as that.
Lord willing, man.
Lord willing.
Lord willing.
Yeah, man. It
Lord willing.
ain't nothing tough, man.
Yeah, I think I want to grow some tomatoes.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I still don't. I thought about that, but you remember how Yashar was going over House of Nightshade? It's like it's. I'm scared to grow them because I don't know specifically what's going on. I just know it contains certain toxins, and I'm not at that level to where I can just yank that yet.
Mm-hmm.
You can try it and you can look into it if you get your studying right. And yeah, all praises, grow some tomatoes because they definitely busting. But that's why I haven't did it because I'm nervous.
I really want some watermelon.
I ate a tomato out of a garden one time.
It tasted different.
Plus a little salt, a little pepper.
Somebody I grew up with, she was a lot older than me. Like when I was in middle school, she was probably graduating high school, but she was friends with my sister. So, but anyways, I seen her not too long ago because she was helping out my mama, and she told me she started a little garden in her backyard. She said she grew like some greens. She said they were way more flavor. Like it was way different from out of a grocery store or supermarket.
Yep, because we got to think about where we getting our food from. Yaki talked about this. If y'all not familiar with who Yaki is, y'all should look him up. Yaki Awaken, right? A knowledgeable brother in the herbalist community. His doctrine is a little shaky though. You know, I will warn you on that one, right?
So as far as the truth,
yeah, as far as the truth, you know, it's a little shaky. But whenever you go to the grocery store to get your food, you got to think about how many hands this food touched. You got to think about the pesticides they sprayed on this food because you do deal with bugs and various of things of eating leaves, right? So they spray pesticides on these things. They get it out the ground. Once they get it out the ground, they send it through a damn factory to wash it, so-called clean it, spray certain things on it. Then it go to another pair of hands that got to touch it. Then he got to put it in packaging, or he may got to put it on a damn truck to go to packaging. Then another group of hands got to touch it. They package it, send it to the store. Another nigga's hands got to touch it. Then they put it in your local Walmart and spray it with a little cold water, and you think it's fresh. This shit ain't fresh. It's been 3 weeks since they uprooted this thing, and everybody done touched it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm a firm believer in food that you grow will taste differently. Shawab Awari, what's his name again? What's his name? Salak? It is Yaki Awakened.
Is it
Right there.
HKI?
Yeah, that's it. Yaki Awakened. If you go to him on YouTube, knowledgeable brother. Hebrew daughter says she watch him. All praises. I watch him, and I learn from an herbalist that's actually in Tulsa. That brother nasty. I mean, brother Yashar, he's nasty. He said that's why we all got to get on that grass fed. Hey, I mean, if that's how you feel, if you want to deal with the carnivore diet, you deal with it. But like we just read,
I'll be on that carnivore diet.
But we just read the Most High gave us medicines through the earth. I'm not against that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to deal with the carnivore diet, by all means, deal with it. You heard Yashar's take on it. For longevity, I wouldn't do it. But hey, you your own man, brother. As long as you're not in sin, that's on you.
As long as you're not in sin, yeah.
That's on you, brother.
Yeah, you be mighty though. Tajah be doing double backflips.
He said double backflips.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's about that time, Mike.
Yes, sir. Grab my precepts.
All right, I'm gonna grab mine. Yes.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Right? So like we were going over today, healthy diets and herbalists and so on and so forth, that's also considered a work in the ministry, right? Just going out, you don't got to be the main teacher to do the work. Unique. Can y'all do a video on how to grow vegetables and fruits and elaborate on the benefits? Man. All right. I'm going to tell you this.
That's
will.
Too, bro.
You said what?
It's probably you and Malachi.
I know. That's what I was going to say. I will definitely. It's not going to come soon, but definitely going to have to work on it. I definitely want to put out more videos on health and so on and so forth. But like I said, I got to learn more. I got to get more understanding. I can't just be putting stuff out that I don't know about, right? That would be harmful to the community. I would be doing a disservice, right, than a service. Let's get this Galatians chapter 6 and 9. It says, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. It's on you.
Time. And the last precept being Sirach chapter 43 and verse 30, it says, when you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. So don't get tired of serving the Most High God and exalting him. Don't get weary. That's what weary means. Don't get tired. And Aharon put out another scripture. Don't be weary in well-doing. And it's good to exalt the Most High God and let your conversation be about the Most High God and his statutes and his commandments and his creations. Don't get tired of that. That's the best things you could talk about. You glorifying the Most High God's handiwork, the things that he created. And if you can't have these conversations with the people you're around, guess what? You already know what time it is. It's time to start moving them people out of your inner circle and putting some righteous brothers and sisters in your immediate circle so you can have those kind of conversations. The kind of time where you can say, All praises to the Most High God. And then the brother next to you say, by Hashem and Mashiach Yahushua. If you can't do that, it's time to start switching things up respectfully. And it's not even super personal. It's business, because this is about our salvation. You know what I'm saying? This is just what it got to be. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson, it was real lax. It was real chill. Look how I'm sitting back in my chair. I'm laid back, right? Brother Malachi here. We got Officer Ahran spitting, getting some of these things off his spirit. He been wanting to talk about. It was through the spirit. Man, it was a beautiful lesson. We really hope it was edifying. Even though it was super laid back and chill, we really hope it was edifying and it was some good food for your spirit. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Shabbat Shalom until next time.
Shalom.